guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week has been an awesome week. I wonder why. Because we have Donald Trump as President of the United States, the 47th elect President of the United States. Woohoo! I'm so happy. I know a lot of people are happy, but there's a lot of people on the left are very sad and crying and having a meltdown. A lot of liberals saying that, the world is going to end, democracy and all this stuff. And some of them are leaving the United States. I'm like, boo-hoo, like, get over it, okay? If you want to leave the United States and go somewhere else, then you have free will. But I just don't understand that Donald Trump was president already. And all these things that these people are listening from the media, and it never happened. None of this stuff happened. So I don't know why they would think that it's going to happen again. And, it's just pathetic. It's just pathetic, and it's just sad that these people are just like saying that he's Hitler, he's racist, he's fascist. He's going to end democracy. He's just going to end the world, blah, 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 take people away, when he never done that. He just wants to make America great again. And I just don't comprehend that the last 4 years that we're in now, how it was better compared to Donald Trump's administrator. I don't understand that. Donald Trump administrator was better than now. People are comparing the apples and oranges. You can't compare the two. You really can't. Like, make it make sense to me how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administrator was better. People said the economy was great, inflation was good, the food costs, the gas. I'm like, are you guys hiding underneath a rock? Are you guys just crazy, or am I missing something? Please help me to understand. Because for the last 4 years, including myself, a lot of people have been struggling. I've been struggling trying to put gas in my car. I've been struggling with grocery costs. I can't even save money. I can't even travel like I used to. I can't do half the things. But when Donald Trump was administrator, I was making money. I was saving money. I was traveling. I didn't have to worry about food costs. I didn't have to worry about gas. Like, under Donald Trump's administration, things were great. I was making money. I was saving money. And compared to now, it's just a disaster. It's just disgusting. And a lot of people are feeling it. Not even me. A lot of American people are feeling it. And we had enough. We had enough. Because Kamala Harris did not have any policies. She didn't. All she was just spilling was word salad. Okay? Word salad. That's it. Word salad. That's all she did. All she did. Now, like I said, you may not like Donald Trump. You may not like the things that he says. But you know what? You got to respect the man. He is a businessman. He wants to make America great again. He's trying to make the economy great again, the gas prices and everything. And I just cannot wait to prove people wrong for the next 4 years. I'm like, are you guys still better off in Harrison and Joe Biden's administration compared to Trump now? Please. Because I know once he becomes office, he's going to clean up a whole lot of shit. Okay, he's going to clean up a lot of shit and get things done. And tell me then how it was, because I'm telling you that the last 4 years was a disaster for everyone. Open border. Men are raping young children, killing them, women too, and then that's okay. That's okay. They're okay with that. You have all these damn celebrities, from Taylor Swift with her damn cat. And I like cats, I just want to make that very clear. But still, with her cats, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have Carly B, who didn't make any sense in that talk. But anyway, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be blasted by her fans, but which I really don't care anyway, because it was just an embarrassing. It was just an embarrassing moment on her part. You had Usher, you had J-Lo with her fake tears. You have Beyonce, that she's a mother. Yes, she is a mother, but she didn't condemn, what Sean Diddy did to Cassie with that video. It's like, I don't get some of these celebrities. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about us. They don't go through the struggles that we're going through right now. Let's just be clear. Let's just be clear about this. They don't. They're just doing this for a paycheck. Let's just be quite honest. They're doing it for a paycheck. They don't care about the American people. They're not feeling it, what we're feeling. They're not feeling the inflation because they're freaking rich. They have money. Okay? They don't care about the American people. Point blank, period. They don't. They don't care about the open borders, that all these illegal migrants are coming here and then raping women and children and all these high crimes that's happening in New York, Chicago, LA, Utah, Florida. And they don't give a shit because they have their security. Let's just be real. They don't. And I'm glad that a lot of American people are waking up and seeing this and they're not buying the nonsense that these celebrities are saying. And Barack Obama trying to tell black men who to vote for. Julia Roberts telling women not to tell your husband who to vote. What the F is happening here? And no one's not buying it, thank God. Because you know why? Because we have Donald Trump, president of the United States. No one's not buying the freaking rhetoric what Kamala Harris is doing. That's what they lost. That's what the Democrats lost. And maybe the Democrats need to realize that you can't say the same spiel over and over again and it has failed, okay? It has failed miserably. Point blank period. It has failed. So you cannot say all these things and thinking that you're going to get away with it. You can't. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. God is sick and tired of seeing things that have been happening against Donald Trump, against the American people, and the open border. And he is saying enough is enough. This is why this is happening. And on top of that, you don't mock God. You don't mock Jesus Christ. Because when you mock Jesus Christ, it comes back to you. Some way, somehow it does. And sure enough, that's what's happening with the Democrats. It's happening. And now they're pointing fingers at people. Oh, this was Joe Biden's fault, this, that. I'm like, make it make sense. They're blaming Joe Biden, but they knew that his health was declining. They knew this, and they still had him run. So you can't blame Joe Biden. You can't blame him for that. And I don't even blame Joe Biden. I blame the Democrats for that. Because you knew he was declining. You knew that his health wasn't, good. You knew that and you still had him run. So you don't have no one to blame for yourself. Then you try to cover it up and have Kamala run for him to replace him. So what do you expect? What do you expect to happen? They didn't expect anything. They actually thought, let's be clear, they actually thought they would win this. They would actually thought that. And I'm like, no. Okay, the woman couldn't even give a clear answer. She gives word salad. She doesn't do a lot of talk. I don't even know anything about the woman. I really don't. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking about Kamala because she's irrelevant right now. She's not irrelevant anymore because she is out. She's done. She's finished. It's a wrap for her. I just wanted to say I'm just so happy and thrilled, and I'm going to continue to be happy and thrilled because we have a new president now and things are going to get better. And the reason why I'm saying that, and then Donald Trump is not even in office yet, but he's already making an impact already. Why I say that? Because Democrat Mayor Adams has made an announcement that he is ending working controversy program disputing prepaid debit cards to illegal migrants. What's that mean? That's mean they're not getting any more debit cards anymore. It's a wrap for the illegal migrants. It's a wrap, and they should be worried. I know I was a legal immigrant. I'd be, migrant, I'd be worried too. Now they have no money coming in. No money. So I suggest for them, they should pack up and go already before they get deportation come next year. So they should, make arrangements because it's happening, okay? God is moving. He's making things happen. You understand what I'm saying? It is over. They don't get any more prepaid cards anymore for food, which I feel like it was just so disgustingly wrong. Like, what about the American people? What about the American people that had suffered for the last 4 years? Why are we not getting debit cards? Why? Especially with the inflations and everything. Why are we not getting? Why? How is it that they can come in here, open border, and get all these free things and they didn't have to work? They didn't have to work. But you have American people who've been here forever, who work their ass off, wake up in the crack of dawn to do what they have to do to support their family. For what? Pay all these taxes and they get nothing to show for it, but you give these illegal migrants all this stuff? Ridiculous. And I'm glad it's stopping right now. I'm glad it's stopping right now. Another thing that's happening right now, all of Donald Trump's legal charges, they're going to drop it. They're going to drop it because what they did to him was injustice. It was not fair. They feel like because they're in the legal system that they can just bend the rules and do whatever they want. You can't do that. You can't just bend the rules because you don't like someone. You can't do that, and that's not right. Things that was not even irrelevant, and they're trying to embarrass him, trying to charge him with this stupid ass charges that they make no sense to none of the American people, none whatsoever, at all. Just to try to convict him and try to put him in jail, which that's not going to even happen. They're all going to drop the charges because now he's president of the United States. What are they going to do? Arrest the president? I don't think so. They should drop all the charges. And in my opinion, the people that was corrupted and tried to impeach Donald Trump and trying to get him in jail, they should get prosecuted. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, Trump should not do anything. He should let bygones be bygones and have peace. I'm all for peace. I'm all for it. But what they did was wrong. What they did was illegal. They used their power for an advantage to put another man in prison for no apparent reason. If they can do that to Donald Trump, what makes you think they won't do it to a normal average person? So in my opinion, they should be punished. They should be punished and be held accountable for their actions. Point blank, period. That's all I have to say about that. And another thing that's happened that is making an impact, you know, I heard talks about it that, you know, Hamas is trying to make a deal and try to have some peace or to stop the war and everything. Like, this is just, if this is true, this is amazing. This is amazing. Like, Trump is not a man to mess around with. So a lot of people are just like, oh shit, now we have to deal with him for 4 years. We're not gonna have Kamala. They were hoping they were gonna have Kamala Harris because she doesn't do shit. She don't do anything. She was just gonna let these countries continue to have wars and kill one another and kill innocent women and children, being raped and all this stuff like that. And now that Trump is going to be in office now, none of this is going to happen anymore. So they should be afraid. They should be afraid and work in a negotiation with Ukraine and Russia, with Israel and Gaza, and stop. Enough is enough. It's been too long for these wars to continue to happen. It just is too much, and enough is enough. A lot of blood has been shed, and a lot of innocent women, children, and men have been killed from these both wars, and enough is enough. We need to stop this. We need to come in peace, and that's what Donald Trump is going to do. He's going to negotiate some terms, and he's going to say enough is enough. That's it, and that's going to happen. Another thing that I like what Donald Trump is going to do, he's going to ban transgender men from competing in women's sports. I think that is a great thing. I think it's wonderful, and it should have been done a long time ago. But no, you have the far left, the liberals, my right, my body, blah, 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 that men should, you know, compete, whose transition should compete in women's sports. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. And I'm glad that he's banning that. How is it fair? So it's okay for a trans male who's dressed as a woman go to a woman's bathroom? I don't want my nieces, when they're in the restroom and there's a trans male in a woman's bathroom, how do I know that they're really a woman? How do I know that? They can just put a wig on and makeup and dress up like Halloween costume. How do I know that? I don't know that. Other people don't know that for sure. So I don't think it should be right. I don't think that it should be in competing in women's sports. It's not fair. Now, if they want to have a different category for that, I'm all for that. I really am. I'm all for that, for a different category. But I don't feel like a man who's dressed up, because it's basically dress up like Halloween, pretending to be a woman when they're not really a woman. That's a fact. That's my opinion. And I don't care what anyone have to say about it. Other people's gonna have different opinions about it, but you're still a man. Okay? You still a man. Doesn't matter how dress up you play, how much makeup you put on, you still a man in my eye. Point blank and period. And you should not be, you have no business to be in a woman's competitive sport. It's not fair, it's not right, it's unjust, it's just despicable. And I'm glad that Donald Trump is going to ban that, and it shouldn't have happened in the first place, especially with the Olympics, with the women boxing thing. crazy to me, crazy. That's why I didn't watch the Olympics, because it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. It was just utterly disgusting. But then you had some women that, oh, it's pro-choice, my right, my body, when it comes to abortion. But then when it comes to a women's sport, it's okay. Make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. I think it's just so stupid. I think it's just ridiculous, and it's just not right. So it's okay for you to abort a pregnancy at a certain weeks, but it's not okay. But it is okay for a transgender man who's dressed as a woman to compete in a women's sport. That's okay. But the other one is not okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm happy to hear that Donald Trump is going to ban that. Period. Again, they should have a different category for that. If a transgender man who's dressed as a woman wants to compete in a sport, any type of sport, whether it's boxing, soccer, volleyball, whatever it is, then they should have a different category for that. You should leave it women and men. That's how God created it. That's how it is. Point blank, period. And people are trying to change it up. Just like in schools. People try to change it up. Oh, if you feel like you're a dog, then you're a dog. If you're a cat, then you're a cat. But if you're a girl and you feel like you're a boy, then you should be a boy and not tell your parents. Get the beep out of here. That's it. I don't think so. And he is stopping that too. Thank you, Jesus. Because it absolutely don't make no sense to me. Make no sense to me. At all. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I'm glad that Trump is already making an impact already, and he's not even in office yet. I'm telling you, people, a lot of things are going to change for the better. A lot of American people are going to make some money. Gas prices, I won't be surprised. And I told my husband this 3 years ago. He didn't believe me. He made fun of me. And I told him, one of these days, the gas prices is going to be $1. I said $1.89 or $1.99. I said one of those two. He didn't believe me. He thought I was crazy. He said, no, that's never going to happen. I said, don't say never, baby. That's what I told him. Don't say never. Because now that Trump is in office now, drill, baby, drill. Honey, you wait and see. And I told him that. You wait and see. It's going to be $1 something with gas. You wait. You don't have to take my word for it. We're just going to wait until next year. And I told him that. So things are going to get better. Things are going to turn around because God has allowed it. He has made it happen. God has seen a lot for the last 4 years. He said enough is enough. And now he is making America great again. That's first and foremost, I have to thank God, because God allowed this. He allowed to save Donald Trump, not one, but 2 attempt assassination. He put his hands on Donald Trump's body from the bankruptcy, from the impeachment, from all that nonsense that we're trying to throw at Donald Trump. And God blocked it. He said, nope. And the Democrats didn't know what to do. They were freaking out. They didn't know what to do. I'm like, man, we tried this, we tried that. We tried to kill the man. We tried everything in the book and nothing's working. That's right, because that was God. Remember that. That was God. That was God. That's it. That's it. You cannot stop what God is trying to do. You cannot. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot. Period. Point blank, period. Because if God wanted Donald Trump to be dead, he would have been dead on July 13th of this year at Pennsylvania Butler. He would have been dead. One bullet in the hand, boom, dead. God did not allow that. And his golf course, he would have been dead. God did not allow it. This is the toughest man I ever seen in my life. He been through a lot of trials and tribulation, persecuted, everything, like Jesus. I'm not saying Donald Trump is Jesus, but Jesus went through a lot of stuff too. He did, and he died on the cross for our sins. Now, I'm not trying to compare, Donald Trump to Jesus, because that's Jesus. But what I'm saying is Donald Trump been through so much. They threw everything at him. Everything, and he's still standing strong. And I know he's going to make America great again. And I cannot wait to prove all these crazy people, this unhinged, who have lost their minds on social media and TikTok, and that the celebrities thinking that the world is going to end because Donald Trump is president now, when he never did anything terrible when he was president before. and everyone's blaming him because of COVID of 2020. That was no one's fault. It was not Donald Trump's fault. Shit happened. We had a pandemic. We had to lock it down. You know, things happen, but you cannot blame Trump for the pandemic. And a lot of people were doing that, especially Democrats. You couldn't. And that wasn't right. But now, what's done is done. We're in 2024, going to go to 2025, and things are going to be better. Things are looking up, thank God, for everyone. And I'm just so happy for everyone, including myself, that things are looking up. I see a bright light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel with all this. I do. I truly, truly do. And I know a lot of people are seeing that too. That's why they voted for Trump. Now, the far left, you know, I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. Like, to just have to wait and see. And I cannot wait to say, told you so, told you so. But anyway, I'm just happy to hear that a lot of things are happening. And I have to say, those illegal migrants, you should be afraid. You should be afraid. You know, you should take my advice. You don't have to. I suggest that you pack up your stuff now and go back to your country instead of you getting deportation, because it's going to happen. You cannot stop it. You know, it's going to happen. That's my suggestion. But anyway, you don't have to take my advice. You can just wait until Donald Trump becomes in office, and then things are just going to happen. He's going to clear up all the trash and all the crimes, and make it safer for each and one of us, because we deserve that. We are American citizens, and we deserve peace. We deserve no crime. We deserve to feel safe in our homes. Point blank, period. That's it. That's it. That's it. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this channel, please comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinion about it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.
News: the mayor just announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einier following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Well, Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of four with two kids under 5 got about $350 per week to cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. For more than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they discussed.